How's that?
Hey,
Jack!
where are you?
I'm on location. I'm out in some place called Essex.
Oh, mate, you might see Fat Boy there.
It's a little just past you, isn't it? Or aren't you from Essex?
Yeah. Not Essex, mate. Where are you? Like, you're in Suffolk, aren't you, somewhere?
No, I'm out with some wonderful people of Direct Meats that have hosted us out in their show. Hosted the show out here today.
Right.
The countryside, and
Beautiful.
got everything ready to cook on a big green egg.
Literally, you're the man in the field, literally.
Great, mate. Yeah, we just caught the weather. The rain had passed, so you know we've just caught some good weather, and yeah, we're about to have a good show, mate.
Oh, little night away.
Mm. Look what I've got, Jack.
Oh, a bit of silly moose cider from the Trenchmore Farm brisket episode. Very nice.
Yeah. Discovered a bottle of it out here. It's lovely, mate.
I've just got the last few Beavertown breweries. The
Okay.
Lloyd.
All right, mate. So yeah, just quickly then, our episode today is number 16. It's called Yes Deer. And what do you think we'll be cooking up, Jack?
I'd hazard a guess, mate. I think it's venison.
Perfect, mate. Perfect. So yeah, we'll be cooking up some venison. I've got some steaks and some burgers here, and we're going to have a bit of chat with Ben of Ben Rigby Game. He's going to talk us through the venison and the properties of venison and where it comes from, how it's sourced, etc. And he'll be joining just right beside me though today. No, how cool is that?
Yeah, no issues with Wi-Fi or batteries or anything like that.
No, not yet. Just yeah.
So what have you got laid out there? Because I've got mine here. Look. Oh. So we've got some loin steaks, some haunch steaks, and some venison burgers. Oh yeah.
Okay. So those haunch steaks have got a little bit of fat on the end.
Yeah.
Here you go. Loin steaks. Yeah. So here you go, Jack. We've got some loin steaks here.
Oh, lovely.
They're going to go on the egg, nice and hot. And then we've got some burgers here.
Oh, pure venison burgers.
How's that? They're going to be delicious, mate. They're going to be sensational.
Hill, someone's asked to give their little boy a shout out. Noah's birthday. Noah Ephrem. Happy birthday, Noah. Probably said your name wrong.
Happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday from Barbecue Lads and Jack's Meat Shack. So, yeah. So, as well as that, we've got a prize to give away. So, anybody that's enjoys venison or hasn't tried, then we've got a game box prepared that'll have venison steaks, venison burgers, and venison sausages, as well as some boar burgers and sausages. How's that?
Very nice. All from Ben Rigby.
All from Ben Rigby. Yep.
Outstanding.
Order online via Direct Meats, mate. So, yeah. So, and then we have one apology. The lady Belen from the Asado experience in Buenos Aires, Argentina. She couldn't make it today. She had to cancel at the last minute. So we'll book her in again another time. So I know there's a few of you waiting, telling me, but but we will get her back in.
Us, don't they, mate? More of us.
Yeah, more of us. Yeah. It's just what the world needs, mate.
Exactly. Well, you actually hired a car and drove all the way out, to film on location. So
yeah, no, I'm chuffed. I'm really impressed to be out in the out in the fresh air.
Yeah, mate.
Gonna make a weekend of it out here, out in Essex.
Essex. Where are you going after this then? Down the pier, down the seafront.
Yep. I think there's going to be like mussels and oysters and cockles and things like that, maybe.
Oh.
But we're on the sea, overlooking the sea for the weekend. How's that?
Beautiful, mate. A little bit of a staycation.
All right, so we'll announce the winner of the burger, the prize a little bit later. Belen says sorry, and then the only other bit we're missing is the Tempranillo wine for today, Jack.
Oh, mate. What did you do with your bottle? I swear we drank it when we did another episode. We did something with Tempranillo. I think it was, you know what it was? We did the pork rotisserie. That's what we had the Tempranillo with.
Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah, that was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I thought. Yeah.
completely understandable. Can't find it again. Oh, you've got a different one, a Malbec. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm driving, so my moo and that's it.
Yeah, good.
So, are you going to start to cook yours now, right? Now, so tell us how you're going to cook your steaks and how you're going to cook your burgers, mate. Are you going to cook the steaks differently, or how are you going to do it?
Well, I'm going to get the burgers on first because I'm going to do a blue cheese, cranberry, and venison burger in a brioche. So I thought I'd get that on first, and then basically that will get the grill nice and hot. And then I'll get the steaks on. But yeah, you treat the venison steaks very much like you would beef. You know, I want them medium rare though.
Medium rare.
Yeah. So I'll probably aim for like 53.
53.
Yeah.
I heard give it a little bit.
What does the expert say?
Well, I think we might have to ask him. How's that?
Yeah, go for it.
But yeah, have we got anything else to mention at this stage? No. Should we start cooking and then get our guest on, mate?
Yeah, should I get some burgers on?
Yeah. How long do you think your steaks will take? It'll just be a couple of minutes either side, won't it?
A couple of minutes, yeah. A couple of minutes.
Good now. All right.
I'll tell you what, mate, if we had a health and safety officer in this garden, they wouldn't be very happy with my tripod and plug and extension lead. It's a bit something about not very safe. You go on.
Wear gumboots, mate. Wear you'll be fine after that. By the way, don't advise anybody out there. Legal people involved. That's unofficial advice, right? Consult a professional. All right, mate. So, how many burgers you got going to put down there?
Get 2 on to start, I think.
All right. I've got 3. Where are you putting it on your grill? In the high heat area, or medium, or a lower area, mate?
So I've got it set up for 2-zone cooking. So I've got cast iron.
Yeah.
On the lower, well, the middle position, and then I've got this area here as my safe zone.
Okay.
So then what I'll do is just get a nice bit of colour on the burgers, and then put them up top, close the lid, and finish them off like that. And then that way they get a nice bit of char, a nice bit of smoke. And then, yes, slice the bun, got blue cheese, bit of Stilton, some nice cranberry as well. And then the brioches.
Very nice, mate. Very nice. Hang on, I'm going to get a quick shot before we go too far.
That's the only thing, isn't it? You know, you need someone on hand to like help you take pictures and stuff.
I know. It's quite complicated, this, you know.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to put these burgers in, Jack. Mine's not set up quite the same. I've got it just not quite strictly zoned, but it's I can just feel it here. It's a lot cooler than the other side. I'll move it around if it gets a bit warm there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have like, you know, a fancy Kamado grill like we have. If you've got a normal barbecue and you want to do 2-zone cooking, all you do is bank your coals on one side and have an area where there's no charcoal. So if you get in a bit of trouble, you start to burn your food and that, you can just move it away, shut the lid, and you'll be good.
You perfect. All right.
Yeah.
So
people complicate, don't they, with like fancy names like, you know, this is a dual zone cooking station. No. Just one bit's hot and one bit's not. So the not hot bit is where the food goes when it's in trouble. Easy, isn't it? Show us the brioche again.
Okay.
They're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, I see it's a baker. Look, do you know what I mean? That's Warburton's finest. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
We got quite a nice baker down in Stokey, so you know they whip little brioche buns.
Where'd you go? Where's your secret baker in Stokey? Tell me.
Spence, the little place called
Where's that?
on the Church Street.
Oh, nice.
But the secret trick is if you run out of if they've run out of buns up there, you run up to the butcher because he's usually got he stocks a few of their buns and he usually got a few left on hand for you. So there's a little tip, and it also means you go back to your butcher as well. Anyway, but had a quick question for you too, right? We had a question from a gentleman that contacted us in the audience, right?
Go on then. Could have pre-warned me, but
well, I thought I'd ask you first because I've forgotten. But his question was, how long have we known each other and how did we meet each other?
oh, it's over a year, isn't it? So we met through social media, didn't we? Basically, like you like basically catfished me, didn't you? You was like, yeah, come and meet me in this pub in South London.
Yeah.
And you know, then I turned up and met you there because of our like obviously joint love for cooking. And then from what I remember, we ended up in that Brazilian bar, like doing shots of tequila.
Yeah, I remember where, but I just don't remember when. That's all. We started on the wall in Waterloo.
Well, I'll tell you what, it wasn't last year, right? So because last year, January, we went out to Camden Roadkill for the first time. So it was 2018 in the summer. Yeah. 2018 in the summer.
Okay, so it's over 2 years now, isn't it? 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And the romance has blossomed ever since, mate, hasn't it?
Mate, what you can do, you phone me more than anybody I know.
Hi, Mrs. Jack Meachek.
Even the wife's like, who are you on the phone to? I'm like, Hillary, of course. Who else do you think I'm going to be speaking to? But yeah, good question over that was. I like it.
All right. So I'm going to have a quick check of these burgers, and then I think what we should do here is invite over our honourable guest that's out with all of the meat and also the prize. So I don't know if you need to dash off at all and find out the prize winner, or we can do that afterwards, mate.
No, I've done it this week. Well, I didn't do it. The missus picked it, so.
Yeah.
So I've just got a bit of colour on these burgers now. Look, some nice grill marks. You just hold one up.
Quite possible. You're going to be ready in no time. Well.
Oh, nice bit of blue cheese hills going on.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So then, mate, you're putting the blue cheese on top whilst it's on the grill?
Yeah, close the lid, let it melt.
All right. I think
too much cheese gives you nightmares, though, doesn't it, mate? Can't go, don't go too mad.
How far away is yours from being ready, champion?
Couple of minutes, I reckon. Let's get this cheese melted, and then we'll be good. Get me buns onto toast.
I think mine are lovely down here. I think.
Well, that's what I was going to say to you. Venison's quite lean, isn't it? So these burgers, they're not going to create big flare-ups or anything like that because they're fairly lean, aren't they? So
they've just cracked on a cook. Mine might come off in a second.
Yeah,
might get mine bunned up.
You look like you're in a bit of trouble there with that flames going off in the middle.
Yeah. I think we're good. Here we go. I think we might just give this a little bit more.
Looking good.
All right. That one's done lovely. I think mine are pretty well done, mate. Well,
nice toasty buns.
Ready to go. So I'm going to get to.
What are you doing there?
I'll just put the patties, just the board, please. And
Spread my cheese out so it melts a little bit more.
All right, I'm going like. There you go, Jack.
Oh, lovely,
Wow.
mate.
They smell good. There's some spices and stuff in them. I think there's some sort of, you know. Yeah. So when they make the venison burgers, Jack,
Yeah.
they're very lean. So they add a bit of pork fat to them.
Okay.
Juicy anyway, mate. So, and there's also a few spices in there. I can see some other bits in there, but maybe we'll ask the main man. But how should we should invite Ben over, Jack? What do you think?
Yeah, get him on, mate. Yeah, let's have a chat.
Yeah, all right, Ben. How you doing, Jack? Good to see you. All right,
hello, Ben.
So let's go. So Ben is Ben of Ben Rigby Game, and he's been kind enough to look after us with some burgers and some steaks as well. We're going to put them on in a minute, but maybe if you lead, tell us a little bit about yourself, mate.
Right, well, we go. Been in the game business for 40 odd years. Started on Smithfield Market at about 17, and taking it away from there. Really, we on a normal year we'd probably process up to well, not a normal year, on a normal week in a normal year, should I say? We'd normally process up to about 1,500 deer a week. And now we're taking it beyond the primal cuts, which we used to do, right down at the retail size, for the stuff that's going on the barbecue tonight. So
have you found venison become more popular in the UK with the, let's say the general consumer, people using it at home and stuff?
Absolutely. What we're finding is, I think generally the new up and coming kids, they're more conscious about the health side of things, and intensive farming's taking a bit of a kick. The beef, pork, and lamb, everyone's fed up with that. They don't want to know about the antibiotics that go into it or the growth hormones. This is totally sustainable, totally wild, needs to be controlled, and the product's fantastic anyway. So it's anybody can cook it, and certainly anybody can eat it. It's great. Yeah.
Awesome. So how do they actually hunt the deer? Is it something that you contract out to people, or do you do it yourselves?
There's all talk. I mean, some of it has to be contracted cold by the likes of the Forestry Commission and sort of various parks up and down the country, controlling the herds, etc. But I mean, in this country, in England, it's stalked. So it's a case of the animal dying kind, if that makes any sense, as opposed to so out of Spain, they might hunt them down with dogs and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of adrenaline, there's a lot of stress in the animal. Doesn't eat so well, but the UK venison, especially in the south, eats fantastically well, because the Scottish venison maybe has a little bit of a harder picking, harder life, harder weather, harder grazing. Where in the south, the venison's got easier grazing. And it's just carries a little bit more fat initially before we take it off, and eats better for it.
Okay. So we've obviously got steaks today. So we've got haunch steaks and we've got loin steaks. Yep. What other cuts would you suggest for barbecue? Because obviously there's a big sort of low and slow movement in the UK at the minute. People love to get out, do these long cooks, especially on the Kamados we're cooking on. So what would you recommend venison for that? Like, what sort of cut would you recommend?
Well, always on that, always saddles and haunches, to be fair, on the for the quick gear on the barbecues, etc. The low and slow is more of an oven job, really, but absolutely second to none. Necks, bonus necks, slowly cooked in the oven 2.5, 2.25 hours, something like that. You'll never find a tenderer piece of meat. But again, it stems from the from the dying kind, if that makes any sense. It's it's great. It's great.
What about a nice venison shoulder, like a whole shoulder of venison, like slow cooked on a barbecue?
Yeah. I mean, that would work. I mean, anything with the venison, anything works really. It's such a great meat to work with. It doesn't carry a hell of a lot of fat generally. Only August, September time, it's carrying a bit of fat. If you're doing whole shoulders, that would work well then. later in the year when the winter, you know, when the winter comes on a little bit, maybe speed the job up a bit, you know.
Yeah. Okay. How's Hillary doing there? Is he doing justice to the meat? What are we saying?
Yeah, well, we've yet put the steaks on. We've done the burgers, and they look fantastic. It has to be said.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to giving them a go.
And
Yeah, just coming off that as well.
yeah, the burgers have just been getting pimped up, Jack. We've
Yeah.
heard about. We've got some black garlic sauce coming on. We've got some cheese. And I'm going to have a chomp down one of these any second.
I'm going to cut mine in half.
so yeah. Also, hang on. So yeah. So where can we get your meat through, or where can the audience?
Yeah, I mean,
find your meat, mate?
yeah, absolutely. Direct mates, you know, direct mates are our main people for distributing, etc. So online, not a problem through direct mates. But we've got cabinets springing up, you know, here, there, and everywhere where people can generally find it. But you know, if it hasn't actually got Ben Rigby on the label, it's not Ben Rigby, quite honestly. So there's a lot of people out there doing a similar sort of job, but probably not quite with the same finesse that we do. You know, we've been 40 years sort of perfecting the cut, perfecting the trim, and yeah, the proof is in the pudding, quite honestly.
What would you say is a good introductory cut to venison? So, you know, you've never had it before, you're not too sure of how to cook it. What would you say is a good cut to basically get your feet wet with? Do you know what I mean? Like, what would you suggest?
To be fair, no one can go wrong with a burger, can they? So, you know, one of the is fantastic burger and a sausage. Everybody loves them. Everyone raves about them, especially the way direct meats treat the stuff over here, you know, with the special herbs and everything they put in.
Yeah.
You know, make a fantastic job of it. I mean, with just, you know, with the venison, our guys at work eat the stuff that's processed by direct meats, and they say they're the best sausages they've ever had. So, you know, the proof's in the pudding, really. But
the boar sausages, or are they the?
Sorry.
Are they the boar sausages, or do you do venison sausages as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, the venison and the wild boar. We've got the only contract for wild boar in the country, which comes out the Forest of Dean. And yeah, I mean, it's a taste all to itself. You know, it's absolutely fantastic.
Awesome. Well,
yeah,
I look forward to trying these burgers now. Mine are done. Got a bit of blue cheese and cranberry. I know Hillary's worried, so he's obviously gone and got some ingredients. Look at them. Look at them.
That's going to be. I'm going to have a taste of that any second, mate. That's going to be sensational.
Hills, people are saying about direct meats. They're googling them now as they're watching. So for people who don't know, direct meats actually do a home delivery service now. You can go on there. You can get, you know, Ben's game that we're talking about now. There's all other great cuts of meat they do. We featured Dingley Dell a couple of weeks ago on one of the episodes. So yeah, if you've not ordered from direct meats, give them a look now. You won't go wrong with their meat. It's amazing.
And if you get really stuck, there's a lady in the office called Nicola. Just ring the general office number and ask for her. Okay?
Yeah, give her phone number because she loves phone calls.
I'll give you a number, but I think she's yours.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's direct.meats on Instagram anyway. So that's fine. So I'm going to have a taste of this burger and then perhaps put on some of these.
I'm going to go in.
Have we got any more questions for Ben while we're here, or do you know of a or some feedback perhaps then, Jack?
Mate.
Oh wow. They are good, aren't they, mate? Holy smoke.
I'll tell you what, those herbs and spices, they're amazing. That's really peppery.
It's got a really nice texture to it too.
Yeah.
And
it's really meaty as well. Like, you know, like a normal burger's quite, the texture sometimes isn't that great, but that's like pure meat. You can taste that.
And one for BBQUK. It's soft, and sensational, mate.
Little bit gamey. I like it.
A little bit gamey, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I tell you what, perfect with a nice IPA.
Really nice with a Tempranillo. Apparently.
Not a bird.
All right, mate. Well, we might let Ben crack on and we'll cook a couple of these steaks, or
I was going to say, yeah, my grill's coming nice up to temperature now. It's nearly at 250 degrees Celsius.
We got Ben to tell us about the steaks. Hang on.
Well, we're on denuded loin steaks at the minute. That's generally believed to be the finest cut of the whole venison, of the whole carcass really. We denude them right back to about 99.5 visual lean, so there's no fat on whatsoever. It's a fast cook. Eat them rare, fantastic. You'll see it and you'll taste it yourself in a second. So I was
going to go medium rare. So that's good advice. Good advice there.
All right, I'm going to put mine on. I've just seasoned them. There's vegetable oil on it and some seasoning. So I'm going to put that on the seasoning side down and then add a bit more oil and see how we go, mate.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to do mine hot and fast, salt after, let them rest, salt after when I slice. But first, I might have to have another bite of this burger. It's so good. You see all the blue cheese melting off of it? Look. Oh.
And so they do all sorts of other sort of cuts of it as well. Like I believe this is some smaller.
Yeah, they're 60, 70 gram, like medallion really. A tiny little steaks. Great little thing, quick, fast. They come out of muntjac deer, incidentally, those ones, which is probably one of the sweetest animals out the whole lot. It's a unique taste, just fabulous.
So there's different breeds of deer there.
Yeah, there's loads of breeds of deer. Luckily in this country, it's all branded under the venison label where it isn't abroad. But we've got we've probably got 5 main species over here, starting with the least. Okay. Which would be Chinese water deer, then muntjac, roe deer, fallow deer, red deer, and also sika. So we've got the whole bunch really. We've got the whole shebang.
Oh, are all the breeds indigenous, or are some of them from further afield?
Yeah, I mean the red, the red is the most indigenous to the country really, followed closely behind by the fallow and the roe deer and the muntjac sort of originated came from China in actual fact. So they were given, I think the muntjac were given initially to Woburn Abbey as a gift back in the day about 100 years ago. And a few escapees sort of like slipped under the wire, and now there's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of them, especially, down this neck of the woods. Yeah. So they're the smallest of the deer, the smallest of the deer in this country, and they're a fantastic little animal, really.
And is there any restriction on numbers that you can actually farm a year, or is it pretty much?
No, muntjac not farmable, roe deer not farmable. The only ones really that are farmable, do well to husbandry are reds and fallow, and also do well to husbandry. But predominantly everything we do is from wild. So I've got nothing.
I'm gonna put my glove on. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, so everything we do is naturally wild. I mean, we do have like the Royal Park venison from Richmond, Bushy and Hampton Court. They're part of our contracts, or some of the contracts we've got on some of the big prestigious estates. But the estates are so vast, they are, theoretically wild, really. You couldn't really call them park deer or anything like that. It's not like they're inside a tight-knit fence of 20 acres, got thousands and thousands of acres to roam. And then we've got the forestry commission,
no restriction in numbers that you can actually stalk per year?
Oh, no, not really. I mean, it's all about control for the forestry commission. With them, it's controlling. The government's got this massive scheme in place, plant more trees. And, to enable the trees to go, which is great for the environment, they've also got to reduce the deer, which are, on the up and up. There seems to be no controlling them whatsoever. There's something that is, becoming more and more and more of every single year.
Yeah. I mean, I'm only going on my experience from listening to podcasts in America about the problem with deer out there, and that, that they're basically like a problem. And that's why there's so many people love to hunt them, because obviously they're wild, they taste nice. And it does, the Forestry Commission a favour. So that's why it's interesting to know if we have the same sort of issues here.
Yeah, we do. 100%. They are becoming a problem. They are something that definitely needs to be controlled. But, outside of that, you know, of the fact that they've got to be controlled, they're ticking every single box on what the people want at the moment. You know, they want a healthy, low-fat meat, which is brilliant for you. You know, it's sustainable. You know, it ticks all the right boxes. It's the one to be seen with. You know, if you're working out down the gym, then be seen out with venison. You know, that is the one that you want. Quite honestly, can I have a little cinch?
Yeah, I did really wear my glove more often.
I think all about the gym, didn't you?
Sorry.
Ask Hillary, he knows all about the gym.
Who? Got to do with it. Well, interesting. And do they have there's a season obviously for them all, is there? Or
Yeah, I mean,
they vary the seasons?
Yeah, the seasons vary all the time. I mean, like it's set in stone, you know, through the course of the year, but muntjac are not seasonal, so they're available all year. You know, with the changes from the seasons in Scotland to England, then you know, you can get venison all year round. It's not a massively seasonal thing anymore.
All right. Well, I think I might take a
Many of them are.
I think it wouldn't be good to come off. We might have to slice of one of these. So, hang on. My tongue's too small. Hang on. Here we go. Whip out the Argentinian equipment.
What do you cook there? Cook there, Hills? Did you get the one of each on, or did you do the loin or the haunch?
I've just done the loin steaks, mate. So I've just got 4 of those here. You know, oh, there's that. Big spatula. It's still a bit rare. Go.
I'll get one of my loins on then, I think, now.
Okay. And then I'll let them rest a little while. Let them rest. Give it a. There you go, folks. Look at that.
Or are you covering them up those to rest, or are you uncovering them?
Oh, the eternal debate, mate.
The internal debate, yeah.
I think. Right. So, yeah, I'm going to leave these actually uncovered. How's that sound, Jack?
Oh, I love it. You can't actually. I'm trying to get you a shot inside. There we go.
He looks a bit lonely in there. Is that just the one?
Just the one for now, yeah.
All right, all right. And is he far off? I'm going by touch on mine. My probe, if I keep sticking my probe in there, I keep burning my fingers. So I'm just really happy to go off touch in this, mate. Ah, nice, nice.
There we go.
So the deer then as well, is it mostly sold to the UK or is it exported?
Yeah, it comes and goes. I mean, it does tend to go around in circles, but at the moment we find the UK market growing like crazy, and yeah, there's more and more demand at home and less and less being exported, which is nice, quite honestly. The Spanish venison, like I say, is not so good. Because of the way they hunt it. The New Zealand venison's okay, but it's slaughterhouse killed, so that puts a bit of stress on the animal. But in the UK, because of the way it's hunted, it is the best of the best, quite honestly. If it's handled right, eats right.
Nice, nice. And if we were dining out, would there be anywhere where we'd see your steaks, or pretty much anywhere?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, we serve people from the top, well, right even back into Scotland. So, we're Scottish quality assured venison scheme as well. Like I say, so we do serve from the top to the bottom of the country.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic, fantastic. Well, I think then, Jack, if you've got any more questions, or anyone in the audience got any questions out there for Ben whilst we're here?
There must be some people that want to know some more about venison, surely.
Like, I'm pretty keen to find out how the steaks taste. That's my question.
Well, that's it. You've had the ability to cook yours. I've been chatting to Ben, haven't I? So Ben, it's interesting to hear you started off down Smithfield. I mean, that's where Hillary and I go all the time to get our meat. I've been going down there the best part of 10 years.
Yeah, that's right. He was telling me, a lot of the guys, well, obviously that I do, Stephen Longcroft and Old. I mean, I was training. his old man back in the day, Ray. You know, so yeah, it's great. It's great that his son sort of like took up his mantle, really.
You do tend to find that, don't you? I mean, I know a few of the guys down there, and it does seem to run in the family. Like,
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You know, I couldn't do night shifts. I'll tell you that. That's some living, isn't it? Doing all them night shifts.
Yeah, I think you're a certain breed that likes doing that sort of thing. But honestly, and it does. You know, back like I say, you know, 40 plus years ago when I used to go up to Smithfield with my old man and such, and like, you know, even the porters were handed down. The porters and the nightmen were handed down, father to son sort of thing. You know, so even if the salesman pushing the barrier up there, you know, it would have been handed down father to son. So it was really, really nice. You know, great. It's been the bedrock for us, really.
Oh yeah, we love it down there. And anyone who will listen, I will tell them if they want to get good meat, get up early, get down Smithfield. You can park there. There's a car park underneath. Means like either having a really early morning or a really late night, depending on whenever you get down there. But we go down there every couple of months, fill the freezer up. It's the best way to shop.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I like it for the yarn. If you catch them towards the end of the shift, not too early in the morning, which I can't do it.
Yeah. I didn't go down with that time, did you, when you asked that question? And that geezer was like, it's beef.
Well, we did have a question here on venison carpaccio.
Oh, right, okay.
What's your view? Can we make venison carpaccio?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did a little promotion of that with the Bembridge Hotel in Malden. They did some advertising for us on that. The chef there put it together, and it looked amazing. You know, it looked amazing, tasted amazing, and it's on one of our brochures, in actual fact. So yes, definitely it can be done.
Did you have to add any sort of extra fat to that? Because obviously it's quite lean, isn't it? So
no, I don't think they did. No, I think it was just a very, very quick process, and that's how they left it. You know.
Right, these steaks are looking pretty good. I've got some lovely grill marks on them. You can see that there.
Fantastic.
Looking good.
Whilst we've been talking there, mate, I'll slice up a couple of steaks here as well. Look at these. Maybe a little bit early, but I'm pretty hungry.
So what was it? It was 50 degrees Celsius. Is that what we're aiming for? A bit lower?
I went by touch this time round, mate.
Oh, mate, they look sensational, to coin a phrase.
They're really, really good. I might chop a little slice off that and have a taste right now as well, okay? But we should announce the winner if you've got a moment there, Jack.
Yes, mate, yeah. So what are we actually giving away? Remind the audience and me.
This giveaway is a game on box. So it's a box of venison steaks. I think they're haunch steaks. Venison burgers, venison sausages, and then boar burgers.
Boar burgers and sausages, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
How's that sound? I think someone's going to be pretty impressed with those. And who would that person be, Jack?
That person would be Daniel Poynton, 76, is this week's winner. So we had over 100 entries across the 3 pages, and that person, Daniel Poynton, was selected at random. So congratulations to you, sir.
Okay. Wow. Well, cheers, Daniel. I'm gonna just have a quick slice here of one of the steaks. Probably can't hear that. I'm just gonna have a quick slice here of one of these steaks. Let's see what it tastes like. A little bit of salt in there. Ooh, yeah, just a little sprinkle, I reckon. Just bring it up. Here we go.
Don't mess it up, Hills.
Look at that. Hang on, I'll give it a little bit of Salt Bay. There you go. Well, we didn't really see that, but there you go. Look at that.
Mine are coming off now. Look. Oh.
I'm gonna have a taste of this one.
And how are we slicing? Are you slicing just like into slices, or any fancy way of slicing this?
I sliced mine across the grain there.
Yeah, just across the grain. Yeah.
Wow. That's really good. A little bit of the salt on it, a bit of the seasoning. You get that real gamey flavour. It's so lean, yeah, definitely. But it's still really juicy. There's still a lot of moisture in that bit.
I was going to say, yeah, look at that. You know what you need with that, mate? You need a drop of this.
Mm.
You don't, well, you don't have.
That's beautiful. Wow. I'm really impressed with that. And somebody's going to be really impressed with their prize too, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, I mean, what a lovely prize, as you say.
All right, then. Well, have we got anything else to say this week then, Jack? We're on time, I think, for a change.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've done pretty well today. So, no, that's a big thank you to Ben for joining us on the show and for Direct Meats for hosting you and putting up with you and all your forgetfulness.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's great. Yeah,
Big
really
thanks,
good.
Ben. Big
Oh,
thanks.
good.
Oh, Hills, before we go, it's National Game Week, isn't it? Or National Game Month.
Yeah, coming up.
Yeah. When is that?
Well, from now,
You just started now.
Start last month.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for your support, mate. And
Lovely
thanks
job.
for everything.
Brilliant.
And we'll crack on from there. And then, thanks everybody for watching. Next week we've got episode 17 of Fiery Thursdays. And what have we got, Jack?
Meat box. We've got the steak and chop box. So there's pork chops, Barnsley chops, and we've got rumps and sirloin. So yeah, a good selection of meat from Meat Box. So that'd be pretty awesome, mate. Looking forward to that.
Okay, so that's it next week. Meatbox.com, and the episode's called Chopped. How's that?
Lovely. And I'm going to slice my steaks in a minute, mate, because they're looking amazing.
All right. Well, good luck, Jack. They are amazing. They're. I'm going to chow down. Well, have you sliced yours yet? Can we maybe have a quick look before we go, or you need to give it a bit of a rest?
No, it's resting as we speak.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
All right. Come on.
Whoa. Yeah, it's still nice and juicy, aren't they? Oh. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, perfect. That's almost a time, mate.
I know.
That means you become as good a cook as me.
Let's try it. Oh, that's nice.
All right.
Mm.
How's that, champion? Okay. Well, on that note, we might leave it then. And thanks everybody for watching. No afterburn today. Belen from the Asado Experience we'll reschedule her for another time. So sorry if anybody was getting ready for that one. And other than that, we'll catch you next week. How are you doing, Jim?
All good, mate. That was really good. Thank you very much to Ben and Direct Meats for hosting you, obviously. And yeah, if you're interested in trying some venison, you can't go wrong with a bit of rugby. Because yeah, that cooks exactly like steak and tastes amazing.
All right, mate. Well done. All right. Thanks again, everyone. Let's get out of here. We'll catch up next week. Cheers, all.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.